Hi, I'm Ian Ramsey with Territory Run Company. I'm going to talk today about hip flexor exercises. You know, in the modern world, we as runners often have chronically tight hip flexors. We tend to sit in desks. We don't tend to move a lot in our daily lives. And as a result, our hips and our posterior chain tends to be a little tight. And that really has bad impacts for us as runners. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to talk about a few different exercises you can do that will help you to both strengthen your hips and to loosen them up, to give you more mobility, and also to kind of just strengthen and improve your whole posterior chain, whether it's your hamstrings, your hips, your lower back, your glutes, your adductors, or your hip flexors. So let's get started. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is the hip escape. And the hip escape comes to us from the martial arts world. And this is something that you can use as a warm-up. It both helps you with mobility and it helps you to get warmed up. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be lying down here, and then I'm going to roll up, and I'm going to do it back and forth on either side. So you'll see what I do. So here we go. So I'm starting right here. I'm going to have one leg out and one leg in, and I'm going to kind of roll back. I'm going to roll forward, and I'm going to roll up here. And when I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure my knee is tracking over my toe, like this, and this leg is back here. And then I'm just going to roll back and alternate legs. So then I'm going to come back here, like this. And then back down, and like this. One more time, like this, and like this. And what it does is it both helps you to get more flexibility and mobility, but also gets you warmed up. And by getting that knee to track directly over your toe like that, it also helps to kind of line everything up. So the next exercise I'm going to show you is the Cossack squat. And this is one that's really good, not only for your hips, but also for your adductors on the inside of your thigh, and also your glute and your hamstrings. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just be crouching here. I'm going to put one leg out here with my toes sticking out, got my leg out, so I can really feel that stretch in my adductor. And then I'm just going to pivot back and forth side to side to do that. So I'm going to start here, then I'm going to go to here. Then I'm going to go to here. Then I'm going to go to here. I'm going to go to here. And then I'm going to go to here. And what that does is that really helps you to stretch those things out and get warmed up. So that's the Cossack squat. So the third exercise I'm going to show you is the hip flexor to hamstring. And this is one that's really good for both your hip flexor and your hamstring. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put myself, I'm going to be down on one knee here, and I'm going to stretch out with my other leg out like this to where I can really feel that in my hamstring down here. And then I can lean forward, bend this leg, and I can really stretch out this hamstring. So I just go back and forth like this. And that really helps us to kind of both get the hamstring stretch and also to stretch out that hip flexor. And you can switch sides and do it on the other side as well. And that'll really help to warm those up as well. The next exercise I'm going to show you is called frog. This is another super simple one. This one is great for our adductors, it's great for our hips, and it's also great for our lower back to help stretch that out. So I'm going to be here on my knees, kind of like this, knees out, kind of just staying wide. And then I'm going to lean forward like this and kind of let myself get into this position here where I'm nice and low. And I can really feel that in my adductors. I can feel that in my hips. And then I'm going to get back up. And then I'm going to go down again like this. So let me show that to you from the side as well so you can see that from the side. So here, again, got my hips nice and wide. Maybe I've got my feet together or close together. And I can just get down on my elbows and I can really feel that stretch. Down low like that, and then I come back up, and then I just get down and low again like that. And the last exercise I'm going to show you is called forward fold to sumo squat. And this is one that I find is especially good for the lower back, but it's also really good for the hips, the hamstrings, and the whole posterior chain. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put my hands right underneath my toes like this. I'm going to squat down. Okay, and so you can really feel that in your adductors, you can feel it in your hips. You can feel it in your glute, a little bit in your back. And then I'm just going to slowly stretch myself forward to where I can really feel that in my hamstrings, and I can also feel it in my back. I'm just going to come back down, let myself stretch that out again. So again, feeling that in the hips adductors a little bit, maybe the glutes, and then back up like this. So if we do another, maybe 3 of those, you can really feel things loosen up in the hips and all those other areas as well. So there you go. You got 5 exercises you can do that will help you not only with your hips, but also with your glutes, your adductors, your lower back, that whole kind of posterior chain area, right? And that will help you to avoid issues like, say, IT band, and it'll probably also help with some knee stuff as well. So I hope that that's useful, and you can learn more about me or reach out to me with questions at ianramsey.net. And I'm super excited to do this with Territory Run Company. Have a great day.